Good evening and welcome to Mindset Shiftology on the Melting Pot Radio Network. I am your host, Daniel Trowick, and we are talking about Mindset Shiftology. I know many people are wondering, what in the world is Mindset Shiftology? Did he just sit there and make up some kind of word? What did he do? What is this? So Mindset Shiftology is principles and techniques that I have implemented on myself that have worked for me, that I teach to other people, and I focus on teaching it to Christians, to business professionals, and the youth in different ways to relate to who they are. And on the show Mindset Shiftology, I wanted to bring a different light to what I do, so I chose to have different guests come on the show, different backgrounds, different fields, and pretty much talk about their experiences, things that they may have went through to lead them to where they are today, because at the end of the day, our experiences help to push us to where we are in our lives today. So today I am excited. I have an amazing guest joining us tonight. She's not only a great business person that's doing big things right now. If you follow her on social media, you will see she rocking and rolling, y'all. But that's my sister friend, yo. So I'm excited. So tonight our guest is Sederia Brown, a.k.a. Madam TechKnow. Madam TechKnow, yeah, that's so dope, yo. And the way she does it, like tech, T-E-C-H, no, K-N-O-W, like she knows tech. Yo, I'm geeking out right now. But without further ado, Madam TechKnow, Sederia Brown, welcome to Mindset Shiftology.
How are you?
I am great. How are you doing this evening?
I am excellent.
Awesome. So
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, you're so very welcome. Thank you for taking your time out to join us. I know Talk Hill Grow comes on right before this show, so you are definitely moving and shaking and moving. That's the way it is in this entrepreneurial world. So welcome to the show. Now let's just jump right into this. So Sederia Brown, a.k.a. Madam TechKnow, what is it that you do? What is your business? Can you talk about what it is that you do and what kind of services you provide?
Sure. Hey everybody, it's Sederia, Madam TechKnow, and I educate, empower, and provide opportunities through technology. And you're probably wondering, okay, so what do you do? Pretty much what I do is I started with the senior population who, as you know, the baby boomers, they had no clue on how to use these devices that come out every day. Technology is growing every day, cell phones, tablets. Apple is dropping a new phone all the time. And as you know, technology is a way of the world, and so there's no escaping having to learn it and having to use it. And so what I found was I had family and friends, senior family and friends who really just did not know how to use their devices, how to send a text message or even make a phone call. Things were getting more and more complicated for them, and so I provided services to them. In the beginning, really just loving technology and loving my senior population, just really providing services to them, teaching them through my learning system how to navigate through these cell phones and computers and tablets and anything technology. I'm out here helping people with. I not only help the senior population, and I am now creating programs for children on how to navigate through these social media safely, so internet safety 101. A lot of programs starting teaching the ins and outs of cyberbullying and just bringing awareness to cyberbullying. And so I'm just super excited. Soon I will be also offering programs to ex-offenders. I'm super excited about where the business is going and where God is taking me.
That is amazing. Now, your situation on how everything started, it makes sense. So, was it something that you thought of creating a business out of initially, or was it just you helping out the seniors in your family navigate through, these high tech phones. I know my dad, he never got on board. He was the king of the flip phone. He didn't care. The king of the flip phone, the king of, I'm going to go take this check directly to the place instead of using my debit card to pay for it easier. Some seniors are stuck in their ways, and you started a business around that. Was it something that you envisioned starting a business, or were you just helping out the seniors in your family and it ended up turning into a business?
I initially started off, like you said, just really helping family and friends, church members. And then one day my godmom said to me, you are really good at this. You have the patience, you have the knowledge, you're always updating yourself on the newest technology. Why don't you, send a proposal out to Mount Airy Learning Tree, which for people that are not familiar, Mount Airy Learning Tree is a program, a nonprofit who provides services to independent contractors, people who have businesses, to provide a platform for people to teach their area expertise and be able to, receive money for it. And I kind of laughed at it. It was a thing where, like I said, it was just something I enjoyed doing. At the time, I was working in a 9-to-5, and so, I kind of laughed at it, but at the same time, I was on a computer and I was sending off that proposal. And they actually grabbed at it, and I've been teaching with them for 2 years now, and so it just kind of went from there. I sent that proposal, got that contract, and I've been with them for 2 years, and since then I've gained many more contracts in the Philadelphia area and Jersey, Delaware. So I'm all over now. You can find me in a county. And so it just kind of went from, me just kind of leaping and stepping out on faith and just sending out that one proposal to it becoming this thing. And as I began to teach with Mount Airy Learning Tree, I began to see that it was really a need. Like people, there were people, baby boomers out there that really, they just didn't know. They were frustrated. They were getting overcharged for their bills. I've helped people save money on their bills, really just explaining different things to them and how to look at their bills and things like that. And it just turned into this business, and I've just been so excited to be able to serve so many.
That is awesome. Now, you said Mount Airy Learning Tree?
Yes, it's called MALT.
Mount Airy Learning Tree. Duly noted. Thank you. I appreciate the resources. Now, I know I've witnessed over the last 10 years many business opportunities arise because of the baby boomers. And, this area is definitely a necessity, especially with a lot of the older phones that, the seniors were just accustomed to having. They just don't make them anymore. So they're having to come into the smartphone era and having to do things in that way. So, as far as the baby boomers are concerned, do you feel as though there is more that you can offer them at this point in time?
Yeah, most definitely. The opportunities have been presenting themselves. Like I said, yes, as you know, baby boomers are kind of stuck in their ways a lot. They're like, why should I have to? But again, like I said, technology is growing, and they have been forced in a position to have to learn it. And so the services that I provide, it just makes it easier for them to learn it. And after people take my class, they go out and they tell their family members, and they're like, listen, Madam TechKnow, you need to go talk to her, because I walked in her class hating my phone, hating everything about it, having to talk to the technicians over the phone, being on the phone for hours. Like, I'm tired. And, they're frustrated. They're really frustrated. And a lot of us don't understand their frustration. I mean, I'm sure we have family members that are calling us left and right, like, oh, how do you work this? What do you do? And, us millennials, we out here working, we're out here getting it, and, their children may not necessarily have time to stop and sit down and walk them step by step through, okay, this is how you send a text message. This is what an app is. And so, my services kind of just provide the convenience of being able to, take the stress off of the children and the grandkids and everything like that, and really just, sit down and really just go through my learning system with them. And I make it fun. I make it something that they'll enjoy doing. I know when you're learning something new, it can be stressful. It can be, the anxiety is high. But I let my class know, and even my one-on-one clients, I say, we go into this with the mindset, yes, it's new, yes, it's different, but listen, you have to learn it. And so I just make it fun for them to learn and make it interesting for them to learn. And, by the time I'm done with them the first hour, they're like, you know what, you have, really helped my headache go down a lot. And so it's what gets them recommending me to other people and referring me to other people. And they're just super excited. And I say all the time, my clients become family, because they're on my phone all the time asking me questions. And I just allow them to, it's not all about the money, I'm all about the service. And so, they call me and I'm like, if you have one or two questions, give me a call. Any more over that, we going to have to sit down and talk. But, I'm here to help because I really understand the frustration and I have a passion for what I do, so it's pretty cool.
Yes, that is very, very cool. And, I know some seniors who, I don't know. I know my grandma, she's a rough one. She's a tough cookie. I don't know. She sits there and plays with her her tablet all the time. I've
taught some of the most stubborn, most as soon as I walk in, they're like, I'm not gonna get this. I've taught some of the people that come in so closed-minded, they're not trying to hear it, they pay for the class. So my thing is listen, you're here, and I said I'm gonna tell you the truth. Usually I start my class off dropping one or two bombs, and they're like, oh man, that was already worth it. So I really just allow them to know you're going to get your money's worth, number one, and number two, you're going to really walk away looking at your device differently. I said, because really once you get over the hurdle of telling yourself you can't do it and just really allowing yourself to be open, it's unlimited from there. And then I have people, like I said, that's come in closed-minded, and now they're like, cool, I got my cell phone down, let's work on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I let them know, this may take, 3 or 4 or 5 times us meeting, but you're going to get it, and I don't walk away until they get it. My class knows I don't care about the time or any of that. If you don't get it, if you're asking questions and people are still looking puzzled, because a lot of the times they won't say that they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to read body expressions and facial expressions, and I'm like, you don't get it still. Okay, we're not moving on. Let me explain it another way. And so I don't walk away from any of my clients, whether it's in a group session or one-on-one. I think that's why people like taking my classes, whether in a group session or one-on-one, because I don't treat the group any different than I treat the individual. I allow everybody their own personal time, even when I'm teaching a group. I'll teach up to 10 people at a time, and everyone feels like their needs and questions are being answered. And so that's key.
Yes, it is. It's very important to make them feel like they're being heard and they're actually being helped. So that is awesome. Now, this right here, this is one of those types of fields